Welcome back to Behind the Crime Scene. Today we're diving deep into one of the most misunderstood aspects of Australian law: search warrants and police powers of entry. We'll be examining the controversial Dezi Freeman case, which sparked massive debate about police conduct and homeowner rights when executing search warrants. The Freeman case divided public opinion sharply. Many people asked, if police are breaking down your door, don't you have the right to defend your home? The short answer is no. Not when they have a valid search warrant. But this raises important questions about what exactly a search warrant is, what powers it gives police, and, crucially, what rights you still retain when officers arrive at your property. Whether you agree with how the Freeman situation unfolded or not, it's essential to understand the legal framework that governs these situations. This video isn't about politics or taking sides. It's about knowing your rights and obligations under Australian law, so you're never caught off guard if police arrive at your door with a warrant. So, what exactly is a search warrant? At its core, a search warrant is a legal document issued by a court or magistrate that authorizes police to search a specific location. This could be your home, your vehicle, your business premises, a storage unit, or any other place specified in the warrant. Search warrants don't just appear out of nowhere. Police must apply to a magistrate or judge and provide evidence that they have reasonable grounds to believe that evidence of a crime will be found at the location they want to search. The magistrate must be satisfied that the search is justified before issuing the warrant. Here's what makes search warrants powerful. They override your usual right to privacy and your right to refuse entry to your property. When police have a valid search warrant, your home is no longer your castle in the legal sense. They have lawful authority to enter, and you cannot legally prevent them from doing so. The Dezi Freeman case sparked controversy when some argued he was justified in defending his home. This is legally wrong. Police with a valid warrant have court-issued authority. They are not intruders. You cannot refuse entry. Police will force entry if needed. Any damage is your responsibility. You cannot physically resist. This adds charges like obstructing police, resisting arrest, or assault. You cannot claim self-defense. There's no self-defense right against lawful police action. Freeman's resistance led to serious additional charges beyond the original investigation. Common myths about search warrants. Let's address some widespread misconceptions that circulate on social media and in popular culture. Myth 1. Police always need a warrant to search your home or car. False. As we've discussed, there are multiple exceptions, including consent, emergency circumstances, and special powers for certain types of investigations. Myth 2. Police can never search your phone or computer. This is partially false. If your electronic devices are specifically named in the search warrant, police can seize them and search them. In some cases, you may be legally required to provide passwords or access codes. Refusing to do so when legally obligated can result in additional charges for obstructing police. Myth 3. If you don't answer the door, police cannot enter. Completely false. Police with a valid warrant will force entry if necessary. They are legally authorized to do so. Myth 4. Any evidence found during an unlawful search can never be used against you. Mostly true, but not absolute. While unlawfully obtained evidence is often ruled inadmissible, there are exceptions. Courts have discretion to admit evidence even if procedural errors occurred, depending on the seriousness of the crime, the nature of the illegality, and other factors. Myth 5. You only need to worry about search warrants if you've done something wrong. Unfortunately, false. Innocent people can and do become subjects of search warrants. This can happen due to mistaken information, false tips, police errors, or being associated with someone under investigation. You might be completely innocent and still have police arrive at your door with a warrant. What to do if police arrive with a search warrant? Stay calm. Don't panic or make sudden movements. Keep hands visible and remain polite. Ask to see the warrant. Read it carefully. Check the address, what they're searching for, and proper authorization. Consider cooperating fully. Show police where items are immediately to minimize disruption and property damage. Observe and document. Stay present. Watch what officers do and record if possible. Don't volunteer information. You have the right to remain silent beyond confirming your identity. Call a lawyer immediately. Legal representation is crucial even if you've done nothing wrong. Don't resist, argue, or obstruct. Fight it in court later, not during the search. Resisting only adds charges. After the search. Once police have completed their search and left your property, there are several steps you should take. Document everything you remember about the search while it's fresh in your mind. What time did police arrive? How many officers were there? What did they search? What did they take? Did they damage anything? These details can be crucial later. Get a receipt or inventory of seized items. Police should provide a list of everything they've taken from your property. Photograph any damage to your property. Contact a lawyer immediately if you haven't already. Even if you haven't been charged with anything yet, you need legal advice. Consider whether the search was conducted properly. If you believe police exceeded the scope of the warrant or violated your rights, your lawyer can advise whether you have grounds to challenge the search or suppress evidence. Why this matters for everyone. You might be thinking, I've never broken the law. Why should I care about search warrants? Here's why this knowledge matters regardless of your personal circumstances. False allegations happen. Your vengeful ex-partner, your difficult neighbor, or someone with a grudge could make a false report to police. You could become the subject of an investigation even though you're completely innocent. Understanding your rights protects you. Knowledge is power. If you know what police can and cannot do, you're less likely to inadvertently waive your rights or to compound problems by resisting lawfully. The Dezi Freeman case sparked important conversations about police powers and homeowner rights, but it also revealed how much confusion exists about what search warrants actually are and how they work. The key takeaways are these. Search warrants are powerful legal instruments, but they're not unlimited. They must be specific, and searches must be proportionate to what's being sought. You have rights even when police execute a warrant, including the right to see the warrant, to be present, and to document what occurs. However, you cannot refuse entry when police have a valid warrant. You cannot resist their lawful actions, and any attempt to do so will only make your situation worse. Whether this system is fair, whether police powers are balanced appropriately against citizen rights, and whether reforms are needed, are all legitimate questions for democratic debate. But while the laws are what they are, understanding them is essential for protecting yourself and making informed decisions if you ever face this situation. Stay informed, know your rights, and if police ever arrive at your door with a search warrant, stay calm, cooperate, and get legal advice as quickly as possible. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay safe and informed.